Hi, it's Father Tavit. I wanted to offer you a little meditation today about freedom. We just finished up the 4th of July weekend, and during this time we think about American freedom and independence, and as Americans that's something that we value. As Christians, we value freedom too. Freedom is important to who we are. Of course, our view of freedom as Christians in some way differs from the view of freedom that Americans have. And I'll give you an example. Jesus tells a story in Matthew chapter 13 about a man who had sown good seeds in his field, and those seeds were for wheat. And an enemy came, and he sowed bad seeds. Those bad seeds were called darnel seeds, and the two grew together. Now, darnel seeds and wheat seeds look very similar when they are sprouting and when they are first growing, and the one is indistinguishable from the other. But as the two grow up, eventually one can distinguish the darnel seed, the weed, from the wheat. The problem is that while this is happening, the root systems of the two are grown together. So if a farmer is going to try to weed out the weeds, then he will uproot the wheat and it would destroy the wheat. And Jesus says that we should not try to weed out the weeds, but we should wait until the harvest, because the day will come when the harvester, who is Jesus, will return to earth, and he will distinguish the wheat from the weeds. And the weeds will be gathered and they will be burnt, and the weeds and the wheat will be gathered into his barn. So we look forward to that day. And the teaching Jesus is giving us is against judgment. It is not our place to decide who the wheat is and who the weeds are. We are not to try to distinguish between the two. That is the job of God. Our call is not to judge, but to love everyone and to leave judgment to God. If we are judging others, if we are using our free will to judge others, then we are in a state of spiritual enslavement, because Jesus tells us not to judge. Jesus tells us to love and to leave judgment to him. So if you want to be truly free as a Christian, one of the things that you and I must give up is the temptation to judge others. Judging others is spiritual enslavement and prevents us from having true freedom. God bless you, and may he grant you a free life, free of judgment and entrusting judgment completely to the Lord on the day of his return. God bless you all.